Hey guys, your boy 188 here. I'm going to be doing an F1 2013 Australian Grand Prix race review. Alright, so yeah, let's do this. Now before I start the video, on the description below I am going to be posting a survey. Please fill it in. You know, it's a survey I need to do for homework, for my coursework. So yeah, if you can fill it in, that'll be very, very good. That'll be, yeah. So yeah, without further ado, let's do this. So, I'm not gonna do practice because I want to make this short and sweet, and I don't want to waste your time if you're in a rush, or you know, or if you don't want to watch a video that's sort of like more than 10 minutes long. I understand. I'll try and make it short as I can. So yeah. So in qualifying, for the first round of the F1 2013 season, it was chaotic and it was very, very wet. Guido van der Garde crashed into the wall and lost his front wing. Had to go back into the pits to get it changed. Then the same for Charles Pic, crashed into the wall and had to do the same thing as Guido van der Garde in the Caterham. But then afterwards, Lewis Hamilton spun, hit the wall and broke a little bit of his front wing. Happily he didn't get a black and orange flag after that little debacle. Then afterwards, Felipe Massa lost control, lost the rear, hit the wall, and almost ended his session by almost damaging his suspension column. You know, and you know, he's what a lucky person he was in Saturday. You know, for not breaking his front wing, for not, you know, starting the race, not, you know, making it to Q1. You know, that was very, very lucky, very, very lucky for Felipe then. Great, you know, great car control from him as he was trying to get it back to, under control, which he didn't. So yeah, afterwards, same thing happened to Esteban Gutierrez. Spun, hit the wall, but this time round didn't get away. He was stuck out of the session, out of Q1, and that was the end of him. Now before that, Pastor Maldonado and Di Resto had their little ventures on the grass in turn 11 and turn 12. Yeah, just before that little accident. And yeah, after that accident, the yellow flags were called, and that was the end of the session. It was Rosberg fastest. But after that, it was delayed until I think about 7 or 8 o'clock, when the stewards said that the race was going to be, that the qualifying Q2 and Q3 was going to continue on Sunday morning. Now, what do I think of it? I think it's a stupid decision by the stewards. Yes, I think at the end it was fair because I think the track was getting dark and all that, which is fair enough. But to delay it because the track, you know, looks like Inter's, that's not a right decision. I think Charlie should have allowed the drivers to venture around the track as it was, you know, because I think, yes, there were a load of puzzles that could have just, you know, spun the car and did the load. That could have spun the car and maybe caused a lot of red flag, but you know, these are drivers. These are world professional drivers, you know, that can do incredible things, like maybe in terms of, you know, driving in the wet and also driving in dry. So why not let them drive out on the track, you know? Yes, I know there's a lot of rookies out there, but you know, still give him, you know, you never know that those drivers might be good at in the rain as well. So yeah, really stupid decision by Charlie Whiting. It's not. I really don't like why he made that decision. So yeah, a little bit angry with myself because, you know, because I was planning, you know, to go to bed at 11 and watch, and then that would give me like a 6-hour sleep to then. But yeah, it's just one of those days. So yep. Now on to Sunday morning, or if you if you watched it from Britain, then it was I think 11 or a quarter to 11. The session got back underway, and in Q2, Sergio Perez made a really McLaren made a really bad decision by sending both their guys out on slick tyres whilst the track was very moist. Now, you know, I think it was a really bad decision by Martin Whitmarsh to do that, you know, because as you can see from 11 and 12 and 13, it was really damp. It was really damp. I really, if I was a driver, I would never go on slicks at those kind of conditions. I would just stay on the intermediates. And yeah, and that decision cost McLaren quite dearly, because Sergio Perez started 15th at the end there, and Jenson Button managed to realise that it wasn't working out and managed to get onto Inters and managed to nip into Q3. So yeah, and then throughout the end, and at the end, it was Sebastian Vettel who whipped and at the end it was Sebastian Vettel who topped qualifying in Q3, and yeah. Brilliant. I knew the Red Bulls were going to get pole, because because they've been really shining in practice in the dry. So yeah, I knew just by looking at their speed and looking at their grip and looking at their balance, I knew it was going to be possible for the Red Bull of Sebastian Vettel. Third was second was Webber, third was Hamilton. Really good result from Hamilton there. Really thought he could probably split the Red Bulls there, but you know, like I said, you know, it's a Mercedes. It's not like a McLaren or something like that. It's not, you know, it's not that far. So yeah, I was happy for Lewis for putting it in third. So yeah, moving on to the race. Later that day. Now, at the start of the race, Sebastian Vettel got a clean start, but further down, meanwhile, Mark Webber got a poor start, lost a couple of places, and dropped down to 8th place. By the time I think he got to turn 3. Also, the Ferraris made an absolute lightning getaway and managed to put themselves 2nd and 3rd, with Hamilton 4th. But then after that, Kimi Räikkönen caught Hamilton and then passed him soon enough. And then on lap 4, Jenson Button pitted for super soft, for the medium tyre. Now I knew it was going to happen. I knew Button was going to pit really early, just because I think he set like 3-4 laps on qualifying. Yeah, so. Yeah, so and then after that, Felipe Massa pitted after the pit stops, Sebastian Vettel was behind. As soon as Fernando pitted, Fernando managed to get ahead of Sebastian Vettel, and Fernando Alonso took the lead of the Australian Grand Prix from Sutil, who was backing up Sebastian Vettel during that stint on those tyres. Now, really good effort from Sutil there, just to hold off a driver who has won 3 world titles, and in a car that has probably the potential of winning the championship this year, or the constructors. That was pretty good. That was pretty beast by him, and I really think, doing it with a year off, that's amazing. That's incredible. I'm amazed. I'm amazed that Sutil managed to do that. I really do think that if he continues in Formula 1, I really do think he might be a world champion soon enough. So yeah, moving on from that. What else? Nico Rosberg on lap 28 or 29 retired from the Grand Prix. I think he had I think it was gearbox problems, something like that. Really disappointing from Nico Rosberg. He really looked promising in qualifying. I really did think was feeling like he could grab pole for the first race, and I really did think that he was going to win the race. So yeah, really disappointing, but it's Formula 1, baby. Life, Formula 1 has its ups, and racing drivers have their ups and have their downs. And for Rosberg, that was one of them. So yeah, one second, folks. After that retirement, Lewis Hamilton in the final couple of laps passed Adrian Sutil, who was struggling on his tyres because he reached the cliff, and then he lost massive amounts of time, and that dropped him down to 7th place, where he finished. And he was 5 seconds behind Paul di Resta at the end. Really bitter shame for Sutil to finish 7th there. I would have loved to see him finished in the top 5 or top 4 in that race, but yeah, just the tyres didn't work out for him there. So yeah, after that, Kimi Raikkonen was in the lead of the race, and he was 7 seconds ahead of Fernando Alonso as they reached the final couple of laps, and Fernando was closing him down inch by inch, 10th by 10th, 10th by 10th, and he was really looking quick. Fernando. Also Sebastian Vettel was starting to struggle, was starting to get left behind by the front two, and as a result, Sebastian Vettel, who started on pole, finished 3rd place. And then at the end, it was Kimi Raikkonen who managed to fend off Fernando Alonso to win the 2013 Rolex Australian Grand Prix of 2013. So yeah, really good race. It was a really good race. Really chaotic, it was really good to watch, and I really enjoyed it. It was nice to see, Raikkonen back on the top step of the podium once again. I really thought that Fernando was actually going to win the race. I thought this was going to be Fernando's year to win his first Australian Grand Prix, and but the Lotus, just looks quick, especially with their little thing they said about keeping their tyres, something like that, which I think that was a key, part to Kimi's win, was those tyres, I think, and hopefully he can win more races, and hopefully he can win the championship this year. So really good win from Kimi. Amazing. He deserved it massively because he was really an outsider for the race win there. I think it was basically going to be Vettel or Alonso for that win there. So really good race. I'm gonna tell you the top 10 from 10th place. So from 10th to 1st, we have Romain Grosjean in 10th. 9th was 9th. I forgot who was 9th. 9th was. Oh no, I forgot. 10th was Romain Grosjean. I don't know who was 9th. 8th was Paul di Resta. 7th was Adrian Sutil. 6th was Mark Webber. 5th was Lewis Hamilton. 4th was Felipe Massa. 3rd was Sebastian Vettel. 2nd was Fernando Alonso, and 1st was the Iceman Kimi Raikkonen. So really good race. Really enjoyed it. Hope the next race is going to be a bit better. Really hope the race is going to be probably like last year. I like seeing wet races, and Malaysia, which is the next round, has a lot of wet races. So I'm looking forward to the next round in Malaysia, which is going to be next week. Now the good news is you don't have to wake up really early, because the qualifying will be on at 8 o'clock at Saturday and Sunday. So that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and sub the video. Don't forget to complete my survey. That'd be really good for me, for my coursework as well. So that's it. That's it. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye, YouTube.